Hey you guys, it's me, Gemstone from tarotforhealing.com. Hope you're doing really well. Now, I'm laughing because I've made this video like probably about 3 times. It's so weird because the day that I'm actually making this video, it's not yet Mercury retrograde. Even though it feels like Mercury retrograde is already starting, already started because technology is already like going crazy. Like my phone is already acting up and everything. Um, but this reading is for the 18th to the 24th, and I think it actually begins officially like on the 18th, the same day that the new moon in Taurus is, I believe. So I don't know, all the stuff that they say about Mercury retrograde is. So but to me, I don't know, it's weird because I think I do believe in the influences of Mercury retrograde, but I'm not sure if, like, to me, I just think that life goes on anyway. Like, if there's stuff you need to do, then you still have to do them, even though Mercury is retrograde. Because I know there's a lot of stuff they're like, oh, don't start new stuff and don't do this and whatever. But I think sometimes you just have to do certain things, whether it works out or not in the end. Well, then that's how it's gonna be. But sometimes you still have to live, even though Mercury is retrograde. But yeah, so the cards I'm going to be using this week are the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. The Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot is interesting because I like the deck, and to me it's not creepy and stuff at all, but a lot of people do find it creepy. Like when I show it to people, like I don't do my readings with it, to be honest. I don't do my professional readings with this deck. But when, let's say for instance, I'm around other tarot readers and I show it to them, they're a bit like, ooh, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But I actually do like this stuff, and I don't think it's weird at all. I love it. But I'm shuffling up the deck now, and I love the card quality in this deck as well. It's really good, really strong, firm cards, which I like because then they don't bend, because I can't stand my cards bending, especially like the tarot ones. I've been using playing cards. When you guys see your astrological readings for the month, I incorporated playing cards for the June readings, and those I don't mind if they bend, because some of them, like, playing cards are super cheap, but my tarot cards I do get bothered if they bend and get tatty and stuff. So let me just get to picking a card. Okay, so we're gonna ask for a message that resonates with everyone watching the video. Card for the month of 28. Let's go. Okay, 5 of Cups. This card, this card is a stalker, I swear. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups can speak of disappointments, feeling a sense of sadness, a sense of loss. But it's like you're only focused on the loss, and I think this card showed up like the week before last, I believe. But what I like about this interpretation is that she has the bird comforting her, so it kind of shows that you can get through any kind of difficult time by depending on your support system, those that love you, to comfort you through any kind of challenging times. And it's kind of saying that, okay, even though you're going through this experience, know that at least you have a support system behind you. And to me, any kind of disappointment just means that it's time to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't mean that you're out for the count. It doesn't mean that that's it, everything is done and over with. You have to think to yourself, how many times, especially like inventors for instance, like had to keep on changing their design, keep on doing things differently in order to finally make a product that we use like every day of our lives today. It's like sometimes you're not just going to get it the first time around. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication. And even when you get a knockback, it's like you can't let it stir you off the course of what you're trying to do. That's why on my Facebook page the other day, like I wrote or state a stat a status on Facebook, basically saying that not to give up and don't give in on your dreams even when things are hard, because so many people are trying to bring things into manifestation. So many people are trying their best, and they're finding that they may be coming up short. And to me, it's not necessarily saying that it's not supposed to happen for you. It's just saying that I think the energies that have been taking place, especially since we've moved into 2015, some of them have been quite challenging. And so, you know even though the year adds up to the number 8, which is a manifestation number, you would think that manifestation would be easier this year. But what is going on here is that there is this sort of um walking through the mud kind of energy about this year as well. It's like things can happen, but they're not happening very, very fast. And so it just takes having to really stay committed and devoted to what it is that you want to do. There definitely is going to be chances for success. I know that for sure, especially in that last reading that came up. Like, there are opportunities for success and things to come through. But at the same time, it's like, if you have a main goal, a main objective, you may find that that actually takes a while to fully come into fruition. But again, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that it's going to take more time, a bit more effort. And again, it might mean that you have to go back to the drawing board and rethink some things, try a different kind of strategy. And especially when Mercury is retrograde, it's a very good time to do that, to think about how you're going to strategize things, change things up, researching new ways of doing things, and keep on working towards your goal, but by educating yourself, by knowing, okay, what do I need to do differently? And that's how you can change a disappointment into a blessing, is by looking at the solution to the problem. So yes, and I feel like you're going to get support in doing that. So that's really good. That's really nice. um mm, it's the Three of Pentacles. And this Three of Pentacles, again, you can see is quite different to the traditional versions of this card. And what the Three of Pentacles is showing is that, again, there's going to be a need for you to develop and work on your talents and your gifts and your abilities. What is interesting with this card is, if I remember the little white book that comes with it, its interpretation is a bit different to the traditional meaning, in that it's kind of saying as well, it kind of says, don't be negatively influenced by the wrong types of people. Like, sometimes you can get somebody that may seem like they're trying to be friendly, trying to be of assistance, when really they're not really giving you what it is that you need. But I think that is two different things when I look at this card. This card is somebody that is providing you with comfort because they love you and they care about you and they want the best for you. But then I'm seeing in this card that there could be an opportunity for maybe somebody to either overstep the boundary, or for somebody that doesn't have the nicest of intentions for you. So it's kind of, this might actually be a time where you get to see who is really for you and who isn't. And it seems that in the probably the middle of the week, um that may become apparent to you. And that's the important thing. If you're trying to go for anything, if you're trying to do anything, you have to have the right people in your corner, and you have to be always around people that are going to be helping you to move into the direction you want to go in. You don't need people that are like naysayers, or people that are going to just give you false information or things like that. You need to be around the right kind of people that can really guide you and assist you. And I think that those people are present, because I think, again, at the beginning of the week, you're going to find that there's somebody that is showing up that way. But then at the same time, you might actually, maybe it could be a case of, maybe you discuss this disappointment or something with somebody else, and maybe you were hoping for them to maybe have the same kind of reaction as the last person you spoke to, and be comforting and reassuring. But then you find that maybe that person isn't that comforting or reassuring, and then you start to look at them maybe in a different way. But again, that shouldn't stop you when it comes to your own goals and your own objectives. And it shouldn't stop you if there is a talent or a gift that you want to explore also. Um, The next card is, I believe this is the Queen of Wands. And this interpretation, it always makes me giggle, like when you see the dragon sort of coming out under her skirt. So it kind of shows that she has, she has this innocence about her and this charisma and this, she's nice and she's bubbly, but then it's like when you get on the wrong side of her, it's like that's when the dragon sort of comes out as well. But what I like about the Queen of Wands showing up is that she's a queen that she can get a lot of things done, and she's a very determined spirit, so be she's not going to be the type of person that is going to let somebody else's opinion stop her from what it is that she's trying to do. She is definitely the type that she will stay on track, and she will continue on the path of which she feels is right for her to go. And again, it's like if there was anyone to oppose her, as you can see, it may not fare well for this other person. So again, it could even be representing maybe conflicts that could be coming up as well between you and other people. But I feel like this is about you being strong. And what I like is where in the beginning of the week it's almost looking like you might be feeling a bit more weak because of the fact of maybe feeling a bit defeated. It's kind of like at the end of the week you kind of regain your strength and your confidence back in yourself and your reassurance. And I think that again is going to be coming from the fact of you knowing that you are gifted, that you do have something that you can offer the world. You do have something that can be that is beneficial for yourself, but then it's also going to be beneficial to others. And so that's sort of what you have to bear in mind in order to see whatever this is like all the way through, and not let the disappointments get to you so much. And then the card that is underneath the deck is, even though it's a female in this card, you can kind of tell the difference between the court cards by looking at the little crown that is at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was first sort of getting acquainted with this deck, I didn't like that so much, because to me the crowns, they don't look hugely different. Um, Other than when you look at this crown, it's it's a bit taller, and then this one is a bit wider. So this one is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody that is emotionally mature and has that kind of understanding of what it is to nurture himself, but also what it is to pursue goals that they feel have a big major purpose. And to me, this card could also be speaking of relationships with others as well. When I look at this vision, this lady, it's about, and I think it's about really seeing that which you feel passionate about, or that which you are emotionally connected to, seeing it as a part of yourself. And I know that might sound a bit weird, but that's sort of what I'm feeling with this card, is that it's about not only just having a passion, or not only just having a gift, but it's about seeing how it connects to you as a person. Like, I always believe, for instance, if you look at somebody else from in the same way that you look at yourself, then more than likely you would give the care and the attention to others like you would do yourself. And I think even if you have a goal in mind, something that you're trying to achieve, it's sort of like you have to give that goal the same care and attention as well, the same way people need that too. And so it's almost like, it's saying that whatever you nurture will grow at this time. Whatever you nurture will grow. And if you bear that in mind, if you put that like at the forefront of your mind, there's a lot that you can achieve. And I feel like this is also a time where, again, you're going to know who you can trust, and you're going to know who really loves you, who really cares about you. Because in your reading, there's definitely a very loving soul that is going to be around you. and you're going to be so grateful for that person being around, because they're really going to show you that they truly care about you. And again, that is, it's almost like in contrast, it's going to show you who probably doesn't care as much, or who maybe they may care, but it's just that they're not really maybe giving you the support that you need or the comfort that you need. But there will be somebody that will do that for you, because again, the Knight of Cups can also represent a person in your life. The King of Cups can represent a person in your life as well. So and that might even make you connect even more deeply with this other person as well. So okay, you guys, I'll see you. Bye.